Facebook. This is going to be a very short Facebook and YouTube live. While some people are hopping on, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Emily Rose Lewis. I am the founder of Emily Rose Lewis Ministries and Kingdom Living Ecclesia and Academy here in Herndon, Virginia. And I am one of the people who prophesied about the presidency, which interestingly enough, I did not prophesy about the presidency until other people were actually backpedaling on what they had prophesied about the presidency because I hadn't heard anything. But I released a couple of prophetic words. It was I don't actually know the date. I had some prophetic dreams, and I just felt very, very strongly about what the Lord was speaking to me, and so released some prophetic word about the presidency way after. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a couple of days before January 20th, and I got a lot of slack for that prophetic word. I have not retracted that word. I need to go back and listen to exactly what I said, but I have not felt any kind of conviction. And how I have been since then in my spirit has just been, I've just been going on with life. I have been going on with God with no conviction, no feeling that I needed to retract what I had said or explain what I had said. I somewhat gave a little bit of explanation about, prophecy and how I felt about it after Biden took the office. But okay, so the reason why I'm getting on here is because the Lord, I believe, has sent me to come on tonight and share this dream that I had last night. I had lots of dreams. I had really good dreams, but there was one particular thing, and I've been dreaming for a while. And certain dreams are dreams of hopes. Certain dreams are dreams of fears. Certain dreams, I have a very distinct feeling are prophetic in nature or where I'm hearing from God. Jesus has come and talked to me in my dreams on more than one occasion. And I had a dream last night, and I had dreamt some really other great dreams, but this particular dream stood out to me. And I haven't been online. I've been doing some stuff on my messenger, but I haven't watched the news or anything. So I don't even really know what's going on this week in the news, but I saw a question that somebody posed on Facebook, like something's going on in Congress again. I probably need to look on there and see what they're talking about, something that's coming before Congress. I have no idea what it is, but it reminded me of the dream that I had. And my daughter has been telling me for a while, she wanted me to get pink hair. Okay. I'm like, I don't know how I get my hair pink. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm just going to humor my daughter here. So I was looking for some pink hair, and that's why I have my hair pink, because at my daughter's request. And it's interesting because I wasn't going to share this dream, and I just got my pink hair, and the Lord told me to get on here. So I'm wondering if this isn't some kind of a stunt to get people to get on here and be like, what happened to her hair? And then hear this dream that I had. It is, how many of you guys, raise your hand if you've ever heard the voice of God in a dream, or you've ever had a dream where it was just a knowing, something that happened where you just knew, like you were being shown something? And not recently, since I put up the prophetic word about Trump, ugly comments come in all the time. They beep on my phone, like, oh, you're going to retract it now, false prophet, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, number one, I didn't put on there I was a prophet. But so in the dream last night, I cannot pinpoint, I cannot say that it was for like an audible voice of God, but there was a dream that I had that was a knowing. It was a deep knowing that the prophets that had prophesied about President Trump are about to be vindicated. Okay. And it was just a feeling of vindication is fixing to come. Something is going to happen, not just in the spirit realm, something's going to happen in the natural. And, you know, to God, a day is like 1,000 days, like his time. But it seemed like it was going to happen soon in the dream. And it felt very much not like a hope dream, not like a fear dream. It was like a revelation that I was having in the dream, a supernatural revelation. And I truly believe it was a prophetic dream, that something is going to happen. Something is going to happen to vindicate the people of God that have heard from him and that have believed him. And I have been prophesying for a while about justice, and that the year 5781 is a year of justice. I prophesied about the Liberty Bell, that liberty and justice, and that a government by the people, for the people, is not going to perish from the land. That justice is going to be served. It's going to be served. Exposure is going to come. Vindication to the prophets who heard from God, spoke what they heard from God, and did not retract what they spoke that they heard from God. They're going to be vindicated. And I am not going to draw out, map out, give you a timeline or how it's going to happen or what it's going to look like. I've been doing my dreams for 20 some odd years, interpreting dreams. And I know when a dream is prophetic in nature, or where the Lord is giving me some kind of revelation. And this dream, I cannot pinpoint that I heard an audible voice of God, but it was a supernatural revelation that something is about to happen. So God, I feel like, wanted me to get on and share this. And so we'll see what happens. I'm excited. One more thing. The number 212, I prophesied about 212. There recently, in November, I released this word 212. And there are 200, there's only one time in the Bible that the number 212 is used, and it is referencing the gatekeepers. It is referencing the gatekeepers. And so we need to be in prayer, extra standing in faith, believe in the Lord, and standing. Do not get lethargic, do not get depressed and discouraged. And I'm not saying you have to just like, we got to pray to make this happen, but we need to be guarding the gates of our country. We need to be standing on what we have heard and standing in what we believe. And there are many people who their faith has not been shaken or moved by what's going on. I don't even look. I don't watch a speech. Like, I just don't acknowledge. I have a lot of experience of just hearing from God, listen to God, focus on what God has said, and not really acknowledging the things that aren't lining up with the will of God. And that's the way I'm doing it in our country right now too. I'm just not receiving it. I'm standing against it. I'm not believing it. And so I'm just waiting on the Lord to bring vindication and justice, and that he is moving to make sure that a government that's by the people, for the people, isn't going to perish from the earth. That was Abraham Lincoln's words, and something that the Lord had spoken to me. You guys in agreement? How many of you guys are in agreement that God's going to move, that his will is going to be done? His will is going to be done. I'm just going to leave it at that. I love you guys. I'll be on here tomorrow morning, and I will see you then. You guys share this, tag some people,